Like one of the questions in that other quiz was like, have you ever had sex in a room with other people?
Yeah.
Like were there
I didn't do
other
that
people?
quiz. Yeah.
And then it was like, have you ever had sex?
I have, by the way. It was okay. I can't do it all the time though.
Were the people asleep or were they like watching?
Oh, they were watching.
They were watching.
Yeah, I don't like to be
Where
watched.
was this at?
Damn, I can't put all my business out there.
You can just say the place.
No, I can't.
You can't say the place?
No, I can't. But I'm just saying, like, but I guess what's the word? Voyeur?
Yeah, voyeur. For
So,
the people who like to watch.
yeah, I like to watch.
Exhibitionist is the person who likes to be watched.
I like watching, but I don't know if I like watching in person. I have yet to experience watching someone have sex in front of me.
I don't mind people watching me have sex if they walk in. I'm already having sex, but the starting off being watched, I'm in my head too much.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh Lord, they're watching, they critiquing my shit and looking at me how I'm like, I just it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Cool.
So one of the things this article talked about was, and you mentioned it earlier, was being willing to switch it up and try different sexual personality traits.
Mm-hmm.
My question for the method heads and for the table is, are you the type to ask to try something different, say what you want to try, or just do it in the moment? So it's like, yeah.
There's too much anxiety about doing it in the moment, I think.
Ooh.
I don't know
Especially
if I would just be like, ooh, let me just do some different shit right now that you weren't prepared for, because I feel like I might get knocked out.
Where you learned that from?
I'm gonna just stick a thumb in his booty hole and see what happens. Just see what happens. Just see what he do.
Because there's also such thing as consent, right? Like you still have to be like, are you okay with this? Are you okay with this? Are you okay? Like, like I think you could get to that point, right? If you're being intimate, you like, are you okay with this? And then you go from there.
I think it's easy for like simple things, right? For example, I love missionary position, not because I think it's a lame position. I think it builds the most intimacy in that position, right? Your eyes are locked, your body's aligned. I love missionary, but if I was with a woman who loved doggy style or hitting or riding, I think it's easy to say, "Hey, baby, let me hop on top," right? That's something easy. But what if it's something like, "Hey, I want you to choke me," and blah blah blah? Like, how do you even? I don't think a lot of people.
I have seen or heard hypothetically, like you would guide them to where you want them to be, right? Like, so if you're like holding on, then you would move their hands slow. Then you started kind of suggesting it. But I mean, it's a little bit. I'm a no. The neck is a no-go zone for me. Can't choke me.
I was listening to an LMA song today,
and
she said something about, I don't got to tell you what to do. So I feel like a lot of women like a dude who just kind of knows,
takes control,
who takes control, and also, and I'll tell you another story after that, who also can kind of like find things that she hasn't even thought she would want to try. Like when you do something to a woman and she didn't know she liked that shit, nigga.
I know, and I think that's
like you're
in there.
Yeah, you.
I think there's the role for dominant, right? Being a dom and being a sub for sure.
Yeah.
But I also think we as people need to take more control in saying what we want sexually. And I will say, to answer my own question is like, but that's what I'm saying. But so for me, I'm not the type to. I'm going to ask, but hey, let's try this. Like, I'm not just going to stick my dick in your ass. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, hey, you're okay with that? That's not me. So that's I'm not saying, but I'm open. I'm never against my woman suggesting to try other things.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to try? I love it, actually. I love it when I'm not the only one saying, let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah.
On things that's out the norm.
Yeah.
You know? So you never answered the question.
I'm going to share something about me.
Okay.
So once upon a time, I was in a relationship, and almost every single time we had sex, I would ask, "How do you want it?" And
how do you want it?
After a while, after enough of asking that question, she was like, "Why the fuck are you asking me questions?"
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've stopped asking questions because I realized like. And after that experience, it's like, well, she kind of just wants you to like try some shit, and if she don't like it, she'll find a way to let you know.
Yeah,
you know. So it's like we can communicate in other ways. Like she can let me know that she's not with it by just I don't know. She'll do whatever she's doing.
You're not
You know what I mean?
responding,
Yeah,
or
she doesn't respond.
Yeah.
Then that's not it. Try something else.
Yep.
But when you,
So are you saying that
when
women don't want control in the bedroom?
I can't speak for women in general. I just know in my experience, especially from that particular experience, I'm not gonna ask. I'm just not. I'm going to try something.
Well, how do you know that what you're trying is what she wants? Like, how do you know that you're not even doing the things she want to do?
The best way that I found out being in relationships is to talk about it later.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You don't talk about it in the moment because that's gonna be a little bit weird.
A woman will say, "Yo, that thing you did, yo, that shit was. I kind of like that shit. Do that again. Do that again.
Do that again.
Yeah.